Yo, what's up everybody? It's the Legend of W here, and I'm back in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, in Side Ops number 82, Make Contact with Emmerich. Now, this particular side op was a bit strange to me for just a couple reasons. So, the first one being that this was marked as an important side op, and of course the surrounding area has a yellow color to it instead of the standard blue that I usually see in the side op. So from my understanding, this particular side op, and I know that there are more story driven, so it leads to something in the story. So even though it's optional, it's actually a little bit of an obligation. Anyways, I'm going through this mission. Of course, I'm just taking out guards, the usual stuff that I usually do in my side op missions, making sure that I track down any of the soldiers and then just extract them, the usual non-lethal stuff that I go for. But anyway, going into side ops, I'm nearing the store, and then it leads me to a cutscene which I did not expect, and this is what happened. So right here, I was a little estranged that I started getting the names of every character, and usually when that happens, it means that you're entering an episode, meaning the main mission. So I couldn't help myself but think, what's going on? So at first, immediately I thought, what chapter is this? I think at this point, I don't even remember if I didn't even do chapter 10. So I was, the last episode, I went from chapter 8 to 11. Okay, let me just stop.
It's not operational yet. The remote piloting and AI control haven't reached the application stage.
Who said anything about an AI? That was Coldman's mistake 10 years ago.
Be that as it may, we'll need to modify postural control to accommodate a human pilot. I share your urgency, but we need more time to finish it.
Heuy and Skullface.
Right. Planning on leaving us, Doctor?
Huh? What?
Oh.
I'm taking your legs back.
Ooh, yeah. When he pushed him, I was like, oh shit.
So you're just gonna kill me?
Sahelanthropus is mine now.
Ooh.
Listen, I may dwell in the dark, but I refuse to be judged by your standards, traitor. I hope your friends give you what's coming to you. Take him to the base. Yes, sir. Transporting Emmerich to the base camp and returning to base.
We're shutting down. All units, strike camp and clear out.
We still have use for him.
So pretty much, as you can see, Skullface, managed to push Heuy down the stairs and basically took him to a camp. And right here, of course, nobody sees Big Boss, and he takes a nice little look at Metal Gear Sahelanthropus, which is the name of the Metal Gear in this game, by the way. Alright, so we're done, and this is what shocked me. It's episode 12, Hellbound. And now, I was like, what? How?
Side op complete.
but that's how it is.
Side ops list updated.
That man is your extraction target, Emmerich. The weapon system that disappeared into that cave, and the man who was with it. Emmerich
Analysis
must know
complete.
something about what's going on. He was transferred to the Soviet space
Analysis
camp.
complete.
I marked it on the map. Make your way to that base camp.
Alright, so right after Kaz hit me up with the info, I just went and proceeded to take these two guards down, and then later I noticed that intel file appeared. So I went upstairs, and what this does is it helps me pinpoint where exactly Heuy is located. As you can see, I just turned off my droid.
Intel file obtained.
Analyzing the intel
Extraction
file you picked up.
arrived at
We've got a
motherbase.
fix on the target. I've updated your map info. Check it on your iDroid.
Alright, so right after that, I went and exited, and I noticed that there was a chopper outside. This was, I believe, the first time I noticed an enemy gunship, and it was a little bit terrifying. No, actually, this isn't the first time. Let me take that back. But anyway, running, through this entire huge world of Afghanistan, I managed to make it into the central base in Afghanistan, and all I had to do was just really be careful not to get spotted. So I explored around, in certain areas, and I kept walking through, taking out some more of the soldiers, extracting them, hiding. And then this part really pissed me off because they were looking for me, and then I finally get caught up by this soldier here, and I accidentally pulled out the wrong gun. I actually had the assault rifle and not my tranq gun. And that kind of pissed me off a little bit because I thought that I was able to go through with this without triggering an alarm. So after a little while, as you can see, this door wouldn't open, and this is actually where I was supposed to go. But right after all the soldiers stopped, going from alert mode to just chill, then I was able to go inside and explore a little bit, and then, which leads me to another cutscene. You can see Snake is just looking around. He's just like, what's going on? And I noticed something very familiar, which was an AI pod. Ooh.
Snake. It's not you, is it?
Hey! It's just a machine. Are you?
Dr. Emmerich.
Snake? Hey, what gives?
So Snake disables his legs and just covers his face with a bag or something like that.
Give me back my legs!
Right on schedule. Now bring him back to Mother Base.
Extraction arrived at motherbase.
Alright, so pretty much at this point...
Sending a chopper close
Okay,
by.
conversation.
Into the LZ with Emmerich.
Development project
Hang on a
has been
second.
added.
Let's use the walker
Mission
gear I
info
developed
has
to
been
escape.
updated.
There's a
Map
special
has been
one here at the
development
lab.
project has been
Only I
added.
can activate it, and I'll tell you how to operate it.
Ignore Emmerich. We don't need his wind-up toys. It is a long way there. Why don't you use that walker gear of his? No way. We can't trust him. How do we know his crap will even work? Well, it's better than carrying the man the whole way. Boss, use the walker gear to escape. It's your call, boss.
Alright, so basically at this point I went into D-Walker, and this was my first time getting on this new buddy of mine. So I had...
Start it up. Get this off me!
Only Heuy can activate it at this point.
They're single pilot machines. Hey!
Yeah, shut up, Heuy. Alright, so right here at this point, I managed to take control of D Walker, which was pretty cool to have a nice little intro with you and, you know, your new buddy that you get to play with. So, right here though, I will take note that D Walker is at his infancy, so he's not fully the D Walker that you play in the Phantom Pain. So right here, I carry Heuy all around, all the way to the entrance of this base, and managed to get to the helicopter, and then another cutscene comes in, which is pretty cool. So yeah, something came from the sky. What is it? What is it? Oh, I figured.
Sahelanthropus? How?
So that's the metal gear he built for the Soviets.
Impossible! It can't be active!
Doctor, you're as useless as I thought. This is the real Sahelanthropus. You and your friend will die here. Behold! Today is the day weapons learn to walk upright!
That's a pretty striking image.
Extraction support helicopter requested.
Get out of there, boss. Emmerich extraction comes first. Head for the LZ.
So right here, it was a pretty terrifying sight to see that Metal Gear Sahelanthropus was trying to shoot the shit out of me. So I tried to shoot a few rockets, but then I realized that this isn't necessarily a boss fight. So I decided, okay, let's run away and avoid getting killed. So I tried to run deeper into the base, and I tried to see if I could get D Walker back since he was all the way in the front. And noticed that Sahelanthropus was walking the opposite way, so I took advantage of running back towards D Walker and then try to move on. Now, as soon as I moved, that's when I noticed that Sahelanthropus actually noticed me, and I believe he was trying to go after me. So I tried to sneak once again, and he didn't see me, and he was walking all the way back to the middle of the base. And you know, I gotta say, it wasn't really easy to avoid him. He was actually pretty close to finding me, and he seemed really accurate, but in the end I managed to just take cover and got Heuy onto the helicopter and managed to escape. So at this point I thought, okay, you know, I successfully managed to get away, but then something really weird happened. This. And as you can see, Asa already told me, you know, use my minigun, and that's exactly what I did, because Sahelanthropus was shooting some, I think some mini pods at me, and you know, at first I was like trying to figure out what was gonna happen, and then right here, you know, he jumps, and I start shooting his head constantly until, you know, he managed to, I guess, blow up. In this point, even though I know definitely for sure that this isn't the last time I'm gonna see Sahelanthropus, but I managed to defeat him right here. I just couldn't help but find it amazing that he actually tried to jump. I thought that was pretty scary.
Upright bipedal weapon. In terms of hominids, it's a Sahelanthropus. How did they complete it without me?
We'll hear the rest back at base.
So overall, I have to say the mission. Oh yeah, Heuy right here took his mask off, and then he's like, "No, keep it on. You're not gonna see where motherbase is located." So, anyways, Overall, it was interesting to see that Side Ops number 82 led to episode 12. Now, I thought it was a little bit weird, you know, my opinion about the whole number thing where everything is kind of mixed up together. Anyway, I'll leave that for later discussion. But overall, I have to say, episode 12 was pretty interesting. It led me to a really big base, which I believe it was the central base in Afghanistan. And I have to say, it was pretty cool to just explore and all that goodness. A lot of soldiers. It was very tense to enter it at first. And of course, you know, ending this chapter was also a little bit tense because of Sahelanthropus showing up and having to get it, you know, getting away from his point of view. Yeah, it was definitely pretty cool. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for today, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. I'm gonna see you guys in the next chapter. Peace.